It's time for The Local with your host and realtor, Katie McKinney.
Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to The Local. Today, I've got the honor of having Sarah Boyce and Angie Lehman here in the studio. Ladies, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. So we kind of want to first introduce these two wonderful ladies. They are another, and I keep having wonderful women of our community on the podcast, and that makes me really excited. But I kind of want to figure out and let the audience hear a little bit about both of you. So I know your names pop up a lot, but I want to know some more details. So Angie, so tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe a business that you have locally.
Okay, I'm Angie Lehman, and I'm the office manager for New Life Med Spa. My husband is Dr. Lehman, the OBGYN, and we have a nurse practitioner, Chelsea Tapia. Mm-hmm. We have 4 kids. We've been in Woodward since 2011, so like 9 years now.
Some time now.
It's a great community. We absolutely love it here. So
excellent. What reason did you have to move to Woodward? Did you have family here? Is Dr. Lehman from here?
That's actually a little bit of a funny story. Real briefly,
Yeah.
We moved just to change up career location.
Mm-hmm.
We were kind of just looking for a different location.
Mm-hmm.
But ironically, he actually does have family here, quite extensive family.
Yes.
His grandparents actually met in Woodward and married in Woodward and started their family in Woodward. So we're related to quite a few people through that. I don't even know all of them, unfortunately.
Right. Yes, so if you're out there.
I'm meeting them slowly but surely.
Good.
It's fun when they come in and say, "Hey, we're related." And I'm like, "Great."
Yes.
So
That's
yeah,
neat.
it's fun, but we do have quite a bit of family out there.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, that's kind of how it was whenever I moved here. They said, "So who are you related to?" And I said, "Well, I'm not really related to anyone." And they said, "Oh, well, you're related to Jenica Kinney." And then I said, "No, it's McKinney, but if she'll claim me, I'll say yes."
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I really like hers, and their family's great. So I thought, no, but if she'll take me, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's
if I need to be included somewhere, right? a little place somewhere. So awesome. Nice to hear that you enjoy Woodward, enjoy doing business here and having your practice here. So, Sarah, a little bit about you. So tell us how you got to Woodward, a little bit about what you and your husband do here.
Well, I am born and raised in Woodward, so been here my whole life. Tried to leave twice for 3 months, came back.
Yeah.
I'm here. This is home forever.
Home. Good.
And my husband and I, Sean Boyce, own Boyce Electric and Lighting Store.
Excellent. And
and he's an electrician. So.
And how long have you had Boyce Electric?
We've had Boyce Electric since the end of 2015.
Okay.
And we started the lighting store officially August of 2017.
That's exciting. And they're kind of neighbors to me at Building 801. So that's even better. You guys are doing all kinds of improvements all the time.
Constantly.
And, I love that.
Love the old building.
That.
Our building was built in 1903, and it's a constant renovation, but we love every bit of it. So.
Continuing to invest in Woodward. I love it. Okay, so perfect. So the reason that we're here, other than the fact that they are two amazing women of our community, they've got great ideas. Let me just say that. So they are starting a new campaign in the Woodward, but greater Woodward area, right? So Northwest Oklahoma. This podcast is about local, of course, the local, but it's also Northwest Oklahoma, and they are starting a campaign called Step Ahead. And I want you guys to kind of introduce Step Ahead. Angie, if you want to. Angie came up with the name of the campaign, which I think is absolutely brilliant, Step Ahead. And tell us a little bit about what that means in kind of the campaign, and then we'll talk about how we got to that place.
Well, Sarah was actually telling me that the idea was her idea, and she was telling me about this idea that she had come up with. And in the process of her telling me like what she was wanting to do and everything, it just kind of came to me because I was thinking of the people that have gone that step ahead, that step above and beyond what other people have done during this pandemic. And that they just kind of need a little boost.
Yes.
So for some reason, the term just step ahead, just take a step ahead, or they took the step ahead, came to me just for the what they have given during this pandemic and during this crisis that we've been having. And I just feel like there's people out there who could use a pick me up, if you will.
I love that. And Sarah said, obviously 2020 has been quite the year for everyone.
Terrible.
So, yes, and for a lot of people it's been negative. So it's going to be so wonderful to have this Step Ahead campaign as a positive thing for Northwest Oklahoma. And really what it is they are accepting nominations for Woodward area or Greater Woodward area employees. And what they're going to do, I'll just read a little bit off of their flyer, and then we'll obviously say how you can nominate someone. But it says, do you know someone who is on their feet all day working tirelessly? An outstanding hard worker who deserves a special treat? We would like to reward several above and beyond employees, especially if they worked through the pandemic, with a new pair of Browns tennis shoes valued at $150. And then it tells a little bit about how to enter and that sort of thing, and we'll talk about that. But the idea of stepping ahead, giving back, during a negative time to someone who has, again, gone above and beyond to kind of get us through here. So you think, local janitors, service workers, police officers, first responders, teachers, wait staff, cafeteria workers. Those are the people that have kept us going. Really.
It's honestly, when you think about everybody, you see the superhero signs on the side of the road at the urgent care and at the hospital. And of course, we couldn't be anywhere through all of this without our physicians and our nurses and things like that.
Absolutely.
And that's completely understood. But behind those people are the people who are there helping them to prepare for that next person. They're the people that are in there cleaning out that OR. They're the people in there cleaning out the room that the patient was in. There's the nursing staff checking that patient in the room. There's the even the people just showing the patients where to go and directing them in the hospital. The people in registration. There's people that are running up and down the halls at the hospital. There's moms out there that are having to work a couple jobs because they got laid off at their job that was the really good job. There's the dads out there that have been laid off from the oil field and that they're having to find a different type of job.
Right.
I mean, and they're all making those sacrifices, and those are the people that need to be recognized, I feel like. It's time for them to get their shine.
Yeah, their shine,
So,
and their
yeah.
and it's definitely, as I always like to say, never a handout, it's always a hand up.
Exactly.
And these people have given their hand up for even before 2020. It's been pretty amazing all that they've done. So the campaign is that they are giving away some new shoes to deserving people.
Yes.
And that's kind of the key. And in order to enter this campaign and kind of nominate someone, it says to enter a Woodward area employee, just send us a description of 100 words or less of who this person is, where they work, and why they deserve to be blessed with these wonderfully comfortable shoes. Help us thank these workers, which I think is amazing. And really, it couldn't have been done. Still can't be done without the help of the sponsors. And these two ladies will not say that they are sponsors or that they are helping, but I sure will. So this Step Ahead campaign currently is being sponsored by Boyce Electric and Lighting Store here in Woodward, of course, Brown Shoe Fit of Woodward, New Life Med Spa, and Newell Inspection Services, which is Jerry Newell.
New business in town.
New business in town. That's it. We've got some wonderful, Newell Inspection Services. If you don't know Jerry, you need to. And Jerry and Tiffany.
Yes.
Great people. And then, of course, like we mentioned, the New Life Med Spa there with Dr. Lehman and all his wonderful crew and family. They are family, right?
They are family.
It's
Absolutely,
a family
100%.
there.
Yes.
Exactly. And then, obviously, we would not be able to do this really without Brown Shoe Fit.
Yes.
Right.
Of Woodward. Jason, they're off of Oklahoma Avenue and has a fantastic store. But every time we see something happening, a fundraising, event,
Every time.
giveaway, he's always
He's
there.
always that.
Always.
Woodward is so lucky
Yes.
to have gotten him here.
Yes.
He's not from here.
He's from New York, right?
Somewhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
I need to have him on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he is amazing to volunteer for. I mean, he was on the Main Street Board. He just stepped down just a few months ago to allow some new, fresh people, which
Right.
actually I think Angie may have been,
That's
someone took his
awesome.
place.
Yeah.
And but he's amazing, and any time that we've gone with him and said, you know, this is what we're thinking about doing, he wants to volunteer.
Yeah.
He wants to help. He wants to donate.
Yep.
He's amazing.
He really is.
And
He is.
I got to tell you, if you've not ever been in Browns, you can walk in there. I've had my children, and I'm like, you've got to go in, and he will not even ask them what's going on. He can look at them and say, your left knee bothers you, and you walk on blah blah blah, and this is the shoe you need, or this is the insole you need, and
He's
we've
got a
bought
gift.
we've bought shoes
He
for
does,
all of
yeah.
our kids, and they just rave about them, which is actually how
Yes.
this started.
It started
So-
exactly, and that's what we were just talking about before we started recording. Is, you know, a lot of these people that we've mentioned on here, the local janitors, service workers, police officers, we can go on and add to that list, of course. Those are the people that are going to buy their kids and their relatives and their family shoes before they buy themselves, because
Yeah.
that's why they're
Absolutely.
in those jobs.
And if they buy
Exactly.
shoes,
Yes.
they're usually, I'm just going to run to Walmart or
Exactly.
somewhere and grab $20 pair of shoes.
Right, and we'll have to have that last for 3 or 4 years,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
So these are the types of people that they give and give and give, and Step Ahead campaign is going to be able to give back to them and
And
kind
say
of
thank you.
and say thank you. Exactly. That's why it says, I love it. It says, help us thank these workers. And again, we could not do it without you ladies and your ideas, and then your passion to help others. And then also our sponsors for the campaign, which is Boyce Electric and Lighting Store, Brown Shoe Fit, Company of Woodward, New Life Med Spa, and Newell Inspection Services there with Jerry Newell. So kind of the one thing I want to follow up with is, when is the deadline for submitting these wonderful people?
So it is November 2nd at noon. To nominate someone, they can email at nominateaworker@yahoo.com, and just brief description of where they work and who they are and why they deserve it. And then we have a committee made up of Angie and myself and Tiffany Newell, Andrew Smith at the VOTEC,
Yes.
and Rachel Scott. And we're going to sift through the nominations and pick some. We're also going to reach out to a few local places that we know of, the police department
Right.
and the city of Woodward, their sanitation department. You know, you've got your trash workers who have still worked, and they're running around all day long picking up everyone's trash. And
Yes,
so
most
there's
definitely.
a few places we're going to target in particular to ask them for recommendations. So
And how many pairs of shoes are we looking to give away?
because we
This
have
year.
such amazing people.
Yes.
First off, I've not asked anybody for a dime. These are all
Yes.
people that came to me. It's been so fantastic.
Yes.
15 pairs of shoes.
Oh my goodness. And
Yes.
each one of those is valued, of course, I'm just going to remind everyone, $150 pair of shoes is what that evaluation is. So that equals to a lot of love, a lot of heart, and a lot of money too that's being donated to these wonderful people that that their coworkers and different people, family members, are going to nominate them to be a part of. So
We just need more positivity in the world right now.
Yes, I agree. And Step
Some
Ahead
pick-me-ups.
is a good one. And again, love that name as well. So kind of to finish up here, I'm going to ask both of you, what's your favorite part about being a businesswoman or business person in Woodward? Angie?
I would have to say, hands down, our patients and our clients at the med spa. My office staff, yes, is family, but oftentimes patients and clients also kind of turn into that family as well. We are very blessed with this community and with the patients and the clients that we have gotten to meet, and the people that we've gotten to meet. And the hospital is amazing. They're very good about taking care of their physicians and their employees, and so it's a great community for that.
I'm so happy to hear that, and I'm happy to hear that. A lot of times people come here and they may not know everything there is to have about Woodward and all the wonderful people and all the different things that we have, like the hospital. And so it's wonderful that you moved here. Not very long ago. I mean, really, some people have been here.
Relatively speaking,
yeah, 100
yes.
years. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
4 years and 9. Did you say?
I believe, it's
About,
been
give or
9.
take.
Yeah.
So almost a decade here, and it's just
9 and a
wonderful to
half.
hear that you still have that love and that passion for Woodward. Since you've moved here, and then Sarah, what is one of your favorite things
Mine
about
is
being
definitely the people.
the people? Yes,
Because they become friends. I mean,
Yep.
case in point,
yeah.
2 years ago,
Uh-huh.
Dr. Lehman was having work done on his brand new Life Med
Yes,
Spa,
the
and he
new
brought in his
office.
wife
Yep.
to look at lights.
Yep.
And
Friendship
now
was born.
we
Yep.
we're actually leaving in a few days on a trip all together.
Oh,
so-
fun! That's exciting.
Yes, so-
That's really exciting.
Yes,
No, it is,
definitely
it's
the friends
people.
you meet.
Yep,
They-
it really is, and that's what I think. It's a general thread throughout the podcast when I ask everyone, why do you love being here? Why do you come back? And a lot of times, most times, it's the people that you get to meet through your different experiences, your different businesses, and so on and so forth. So again, just to follow up here, Step Ahead campaign, nominate a Woodward area employee by emailing your entry to nominateaworker@yahoo.com. The deadline is November 2nd, 2020 at noon. And it is 2020 that we're going to end this. And so we're going to be able to give these away before the end of the year, right?
Yes,
So that's
before
what
the
goal is,
holidays.
before the holidays,
Yes.
which will be so amazing. It will
'Cause
be.
that's when these workers will be out
They will be really working. Yeah,
working.
when we get to enjoy all of our, food and
Yes.
gifts and family, they'll be out there still working and protecting everything that we have here in the Woodward area. So excellent. Ladies, thanks so much for
Thank
being on the
you.
podcast.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you in the community. And very, very soon, we'll be seeing some wonderful workers with some new shoes.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.